Hi everyone. So I'm super excited to go over a workout today. Something that I've been working on and I've been incorporating into my own workouts is calisthenics. So what that is it's various of exercises where you're using your own body weight as a weight itself and as a form of exercise. It's something that I'm actually still pretty new to and that I'm working on, but I've been incorporating into my own exercises and really working on strengthening my entire body, which has gone really well, and I'm super excited to share it with you. I've created a pretty short circuit of exercises that can teach you how to use your own body weight as a weight at home. So there's no equipment needed, there's no weights, there's nothing that's needed other than just like you and your form. So of course it's going to be a fairly quick circuit just because it's kind of new to everyone. But if anyone has any questions or if they want to incorporate more of these exercises, then make sure to kind of just engage in the posts and to kind of let me know how you feel about it and what workouts you would like to work on. Thanks. All right, so to continue the video from earlier, what we're going to do today is we're going to do 5 push-ups into a downward dog with 1 30-second rest, and then a plank with alternating leg lifts, 5 for each leg, with a rest. Then we're going to work on our core. We're going to do Russian twists for 30 seconds, rest, crunches for 30 seconds, wall sits for 30 seconds, rest, body weight squats, and then body weight good mornings. And we are going to start with our 5 push-ups into a downward dog. So it's a push-up, downward dog, and then we repeat times 4. Making sure that your hands are just below shoulder level, down, up, and then rising into the downward dog. Pushing off with your toes, extending your legs, making sure that your legs are hip width apart, and really just elongating your spine. Using your core nice and strong, back into a plank, down, back into a downward dog. And then walking out your calves, making sure that your back is nice and elongated. You're really using those calf muscles, getting a nice good stretch. Back into a plank. Really making sure that your core is engaged. Suck your belly button into your spine. Down into a push-up. Back into a downward dog. And then 2 more. Awesome. So here we'll take a 30-second rest, and then we're going to move on to our plank and alternating leg lift. So the plank will last about 30 seconds, and we're going to alternate each leg doing 5 leg raises for each one, and then we're going to rest for 10 seconds and do 1 more round. So get into your plank position. And starting with your right leg. Down, and then bringing up your left, making sure that your core is nice and engaged. Excellent. And then a 10-second rest. And then we'll repeat times 1. Awesome. So now we're going to do a 30-second rest before we move on to Russian twists, and then really just working on our core until we get to our quads and glutes. Get into our position. So if you want to modify and you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you can lift your legs up off the mat and really use your core to control your lower extremities and your upper extremities as you're twisting, making sure that your core is engaged the entire time. Or for a little bit of a lower level, you want to keep your feet planted on the ground. I'm going to do a little bit of both. And we're going to go for 30 seconds. There we go. Making sure your core is engaged and that you're breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Almost there. Excellent. All right. So now taking 10 seconds of rest, and then we're going to move on to our crunches. All right. And then we're going to go for 30 seconds. Making sure to engage your core the entire time. You want to come about halfway up. Excellent. Stop and then rest. So here we're going to rest for about another 10 seconds, and then we're going to move on to our wall sit. So while we're resting, I'm going to kind of explain what's going on. I'm going to plant my back firmly up against the wall, and then make sure that I'm sliding down into a seated position. And making sure that my glutes and my quads are engaged the entire time, as well as my core. Really trying to suck your belly button back into your spine and holding that the entire time. And we're going to hold that for 30 seconds. Almost there. Excellent. Now to modify this workout, if you wanted to make it a little bit more advanced, you can always add a weight plate to your lap, just to help with as far as the weight goes. Next, we're going to move on to body squats, rest, and then we'll end with good mornings. So with our body squat, we're going to do just a typical goblet squat. If you prefer to do a sumo squat, you absolutely can. And if you don't know the difference, then feel free to reach out to me so we can do some one-on-one coaching and we can kind of work on that together. But we're going to keep our legs hip width apart, and then we're going to sit back like we're sitting in a chair. Just like that. And then we're going to keep going for 15. Excellent. So now we're going to do a 10-second rest, and then we're going to go into unweighted, unassisted good mornings. So good morning is really good for your glute and lower back exercise. A lot of time I will do them assisted or even using kind of one of the strengthening pipes just to keep your mobility. But for the sake of at home, no equipment workouts, we're not going to use anything. So feet planted firmly on the ground, hip width apart. We're going to hinge at the hips, keeping a nice long flat back. And we're going to bend over just like this. Reaching down towards our knees and then back up. And we're going to go for 10. Making sure that your core is nice and engaged, that your shoulders are strong, and that your back is nice and long and aligned. Almost there. Excellent. So now in my current workout, I would repeat all of these exercises times 3. Now, depending on where you are and how you would like to modify, you can feel free to do 2 reps, 3 reps, 4 reps. It kind of just depends on where you're at and what your goals are. If you have any questions or you're looking for specifics, make sure to book a one-on-one coaching session so that we can work those things out and we can make sure that you're hitting all of your goals. Thank you.